Alrighty guys, do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you're new to the channel and if you happen to enjoy this video. You know, I find it so comical, just so fucking funny. So fucking funny, the reaction of a lot of these LDBC channels to Luis King Kong Ortiz ducking and rejecting an offer to face Anthony Joshua June 1st. A lot of them are basically giving Luis Ortiz a pass. They're basically saying, you know what, Luis Ortiz, he deserved exactly what Eddie Hearn was going to give Jarrell Miller. Luis Ortiz, that was a low ball from Eddie Hearn. He has every right to not accept that fight. You know, they did the same thing to Deontay Wilder. When he rejected the DAZN deal, they made videos defending Deontay Wilder, saying how, you know what, Deontay Wilder was just being smart, and you know, this is a $300 million fight. Why would he take $100 million? They even did the same thing when, if you remember, earlier this year, Dillian Whyte rejected a fight for Anthony Joshua, $4 million. And I remember a few of them made videos talking about Dillian Whyte's situation. They were like, you see, Dillian Whyte had every right not to take this fight from Eddie Hearn. He's lowballing. I just find this reaction of these guys defending all three of these guys for ducking Anthony Joshua funny, because could you imagine if it was the other way around? Could you imagine if it was Anthony Joshua rejecting a fight, an offer to fight Luis Ortiz? Could you imagine the reaction from these LDBC channels? If Luis Ortiz, if Anthony Joshua came out and said, Luis Ortiz team offered me a lowball offer, and I'm not going to fight him because that is not significant money for me. It's not efficient money, you know. What do you think the LDBC will do? Do you think they'll make videos saying, you know what, Anthony Joshua has every right not to fight Luis Ortiz? That was a lowball offer from the Ortiz camp. Heck to the fucking no. They would be crucifying this man. They would be making videos saying Anthony Joshua is the biggest coward in all of boxing. This guy's a joke. This guy's a fucking fraud champion. He goes around making this lies up that Luis Ortiz camp offered him a lowball offer just to not fight him, just to reject, just to duck him. Every time I make a video, the phone starts ringing. It's so annoying. Anyway, I'm going to keep going on with the video. That's what they will say. These LDBC fans will literally make videos saying, crucifying Anthony Joshua, saying he is lying about the lowball deal. He did not take this fight because he did not take this fight offer, accept this fight deal because he was afraid of Luis Ortiz. Could you imagine if it was Anthony Joshua who said no to the DAZN deal? Let's say he said, no, you know what, $100 million is not enough for me. I want to be my own boss. I want to be, you know, a free agent. I want to be loyal to DAZN. I don't want to join Showtime, and I don't want to join their network and accept this $100 million deal to fight Deontay Wilder. They would be crucifying him. If it was the other way around, these LDBC fans, fanboys, channels would not be making videos saying giving Anthony Joshua a pass. They wouldn't be doing that. They would be making videos crucifying Anthony Joshua. Bitch, $4 million is enough for you. They wouldn't be defending Anthony Joshua the way they defended Dillian Whyte. They'll be saying, bitch, you need to accept that $4 million. Fight Dillian Whyte. Stop being a punk. They would not be defending Anthony Joshua the way they were defending Deontay Wilder when it came to the DAZN deal. Oh, you duck Wilder for $100 million. You're a punk. Biggest fraud in the heavyweight division. If it was Anthony Joshua saying no, they gave me a lowball deal, the Ortiz camp, it wasn't enough money for me, they will all be crucifying him. Oh, this proves he's afraid of Luis Ortiz. They gave him a good deal and he didn't take it. If you really felt you could beat Luis Ortiz, you would take that deal. If you really thought, if Anthony Joshua really thought he could beat Luis Ortiz, he would have took that deal that Luis Ortiz team offered him. Why is he calling it a low ball offer? Why is he calling it that? If he really felt he could beat Luis Ortiz, he would have taken that shit. Bitch, if Luis Ortiz really felt he could have beaten Anthony Joshua, he would have taken the offer the Eddie Hearn would have given to him, right? The Eddie Hearn offered to him. because it's supposed to be easy work, right? People say Anthony Joshua is overrated. He's a hype job. He's a bitch and he's afraid of Luis Ortiz. Well, this is his fucking opportunity, Luis Ortiz, to prove everyone that he's better than Anthony Joshua. He goes around saying that Anthony Joshua is the most afraid heavyweight of all of them. He's saying he's ducking Wilder. He's ducking him, Luis Ortiz. So if you're saying that, back it up. Go and fight him. Stop being a pussy and fight him. You say it's easy work, right? Fight him, beat him, and then get quadruple in the rematch. These LDBC channels are a fucking double standard hypocrites. If it was the other way around, they would be crucifying Anthony Joshua. They would not be giving him no mercy at all. They'll be trashing this guy. That's why I just find it so comical when I see them making videos defending Luis Ortiz. No, Ortiz had every right. Ortiz had every right. He was just being smart. You don't see them calling him a ducker, none of that. Ortiz was just being smart. Deontay Wilder was just being smart. But if it was the other way around, totally different. Totally different scenario, man. I'm telling you, man. Absolutely pathetic with these. That's how you know people are biased, because if it's the other way around, they don't treat the fighter equally. They bash him. They act like he's a coward, a pussy. Right? But only when it comes to their favorite PBC boys, that's when they're, because with a lot of these LDBC guys, they're pro LD, they're only pro PBC fighters. They hate every other fighter from every other network. They hate fighters from the zone. If you notice, the LDBC channels, they always criticize the zone fighters, not just Anthony Joshua, other the zone fighters like Gennady Golovkin, Demetrius Andrade. They criticize other fighters from other networks. They criticize even Terrence Crawford, who fights on ESPN. They criticize Tyson Fury, who fights on ESPN. They criticize fighters from other networks. But when it comes to the PBC, they don't criticize them. They treat them like royalty. Deontay Wilder's royalty. Luis Ortiz is royalty. The Charlo brothers are royalty. Oh my God, Errol Spence Jr. is beyond royalty. He's flirting with the Junior 2.0. But realistically, Terrence Crawford is flirting with the Junior 2.0, because the only one who basically fights more like a prime Mayweather is Terrence Crawford. In my opinion, he's better than Errol Spence Jr. But that's the thing with these PBC, with these LDBC fellas, is like they just defend the PBC. That's it. That's their whole point of view. It's only PBC. PBC fighters who fight from other networks are a bunch of cowards, and they're all not as good as the PBC fighters. That's how they see it, and that's why they're always sucking the what of Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz, because they're both PBC fighters. Anyway, guys, so I have to say thanks for watching. Subscribe. I'm out, man.